Hey, it's Courier Girl, and let's talk about calling companies for courier jobs. So I always say call companies, give them a call, send them an email, but I prefer that you give them a call because it's more personal. And in our world, we've gotten so impersonal that you kind of stand out if you actually pick up the phone and make a call. A lot of people won't do that. They want to hide behind texts and emails and stuff like that. So let's talk about this. First of all, when should you call? You'd think that this would be obvious, but it's not really. Just because a courier company says we are open 24/7 doesn't mean you can call them about work at 2 a.m. 24/7 refers to their customers. They can do pickups and deliveries all around the clock, but the only people you're probably going to get at 2 a.m. is a dispatcher. And that's not who you want to talk to. You want to talk to a manager, an owner, somebody who can actually talk to you about what work might be available. I find that if you keep to office hours, 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, those type of hours, that you're going to have a better chance of getting a hold of somebody or a better chance of getting a call back. So I personally don't usually make calls before 8:30. I may be up at 4:30 working, but if I'm calling other business people, I usually call them after 8:30. That way I figure if they start work at 8, which a lot of courier company owners, they don't, because they're running routes too, so they're out early. But let's say that they are in the office and they start at 8. That gives them time to get settled in, get their coffee, do whatever. Call them at like 8:20, 8:30. They're not as distracted and they can talk to you. I also try not to call when I think people are at lunch. Now, who knows? You're on the road, you're grabbing to eat whatever you can, when you can. But I usually try to avoid noon to 1. That's personally me. It may not matter. Um, but yeah, so those are the times that I usually call. After 8:30 and let's say before 4:30, with maybe a break for lunch in between. All right, what do you say? People are like, what do I say when I call them? And I would just say, hey, this is Maria, and I'm a courier here in town, and you have a really good reputation. I've heard some good things about you, and I was just wondering if you have any need for another courier. And then they'll tell you, yes, no, we have got something coming up. They might ask you some questions. They might ask who you run for now and stuff like that. So some of the components about this. So first of all, I'm saying that I'm a courier in town. So I'm saying that I'm already a courier. Now, if you're not a courier, or like you're thinking about getting the courier business, heck, work for DoorDash for a month, run a few gig economy things. Then you can legitimately say you're a courier in town. They don't need to know all the details of that. People would prefer to have people with some experience over no experience. Or you could say, if it's true, that you've done some driving, doing this pizza delivery, I don't know, and you want to get into a different type of courier work and you want to talk to them about that. That would be another way to approach that. I also say that I've heard good things about your company. So, and you can say this even if you really haven't heard anything about their company, because nothing is better than bad things, right? But people like to hear that because, first of all, they like compliments. And if you're complimenting your company, you're complimenting them. And second of all, that gives the impression that you know something about the company. You've heard about them. You're not just calling, names off of an internet search. So people subconsciously like that type of thing. And you're asking them if they're needing any other, any extra, if they have any extra courier work, if you are in need of extra people, either part-time or full-time, you can add that if you want. And that lets them know that you're looking for stuff and that you're available. So those are the 3 components that I usually use. I'm a courier, I've heard good things about you, and I'm looking for extra work or wondering if you have any openings or any need for extra couriers, either sometimes or all the time. So yeah, so keep it professional, keep it short, respect their time. If they don't have anything, ask if it's okay to check back later, like in a month or so, and then follow up. Sometimes it may take 2 or 3 phone calls before you get anywhere with somebody. They just may not need anybody at the time, right? Or they may be busy and just kind of blow you off because they got other things going on. You don't know. If they say, hey, I'm in the middle of something, can you call me later? Ask for a time, like, okay, is tomorrow a good time? Later this afternoon? When's good? And then call back at that time. People appreciate people who keep their commitments. And something as simple as making a phone call when you say you will is keeping a commitment. And that subconsciously tells people that you are reliable. Which, I mean, I want you to be reliable. I don't want you to fake being reliable, but letting them know through keeping your commitments, following up with phone calls or emails or whatever, showing up when you have an appointment with them, all of those things are going to make them more likely to want to work with you because you're showing that you show up. In the courier business, that's big because a lot of people don't show up, or they say they're going to show up and then they'll work 2 days and just be gone. So it's very frustrating for owners and managers of courier companies because honestly, there's a lot of flakes. There's a lot of people that want to make some fast money, do it for a couple days, and then they quit. So if you are reliable and you're serious, you're looking for business, as your business of one, your entrepreneur, courier business of one. If you're looking for contracts, you're looking for, actually the courier company is like your customer because you're performing a service for them and they're paying you. So if you're looking for customers in that sense, then all of those things will help you get work more quickly and better work too. So yeah, so what did we cover here? We covered when to call and we covered what to say. All right, good luck on building your courier empire. I hope to hear good things. If you have some wins, then put them in the comments below. I always love to have, people share their successes. And if you've got questions, put them in the comments below. So that's it for now, and I will see you on the road.